Pete's Extra Point.
I'm certainly not an expert in the world of horse racing, but the Kentucky Derby hooks me every time. The 139th Run for the Roses took place Saturday at Churchill Downs. By now, you should know that Orb won the race as the 5-1 favorite. While the race didn't have the drama of a long shot winning the race, the Derby never fails to deliver on the sheer intensity of its final turn down the stretch. Orb was towards the back of the pack coming down the final straightaway and then turned it on to win the Derby by 2.5 lengths. The one flaw I see in the fastest 2 minutes in sports is the longest 2.5 hours in sports with that pre-race coverage. At least the 5 hours of pregame before the Super Bowl has a 4-hour main event that follows it. I guess you could have a 2.5 pre-race show, but I just wish they'd show more of this.
Act number one. Get you clean. Film this.
All right, what's your name?
I'm Dan.
How you doing, Dan?
Well, obviously fantastic.
You look like you're doing great.
Forget the storylines of the owners, the trainers, and the jockeys. Give me the rednecks in the infield for 2.5 hours, and I'll be really ready to see some horses run. The infield seems to be the only way I could ever see myself attending the Kentucky Derby in person, because I don't think I have the sophistication nor the hat with its own zip code to sit in the box seats. Meanwhile, the discussions have started as to whether or not Orb will be the first Triple Crown winner in over 3 decades. But as with many things in sports, time will tell. That's tonight's Extra Point. More sports tomorrow morning at 9:15 on The Morning After with Nick and Big J on 100.3 The X. Back to you.
You know, you don't really see that in the coverage of the race, the infield activities.
Isn't that funny how they leave that out? It's all about that.
Do you really think those people actually saw
Watched
the
the
race? They had fun, though.